Hey guys, welcome back. So I was just talking to a client who's a very nervous person but wants to learn how to communicate more with Japanese coworkers. And kind of a background story about her is that she runs a business in the US and in Japan. So I'm assuming she has an office in the US and one in Japan, right? And she kind of goes back and forth between two countries and that's how she operates. And so therefore she has a bunch of Japanese coworkers and employees, right? So as we were talking about what's bothering her right now, she was saying that although she's been in business for a while now, I mean, she's been working with the same people for a long time, but she still can't start a conversation, right? So that was kind of her pain point. And I was like, well, that kind of sucks because, like, if you're working with a lot of people for a long time, you at least want to be able to communicate with them, right? And it's totally normal to be nervous in her situation because she had no one to teach her and she didn't know how to learn. And she's a really lovely person. I love teaching her. So I won't say her name, but if you're watching this video, my client, my student, I love you. Anyways, let's continue. So in this video, I'm going to talk about, first of all, the main part is thanking people at work in a way that's not creepy because it's a work situation. So not being too close, but thanking them. And also kind of a bonus part is at the end, I'll talk about how to ask about their family. All right. So if you're working with Japanese people or working in Japan, this video is going to be for you. Right. So, and by the way, guys, if you don't know me, my name is Sean Naren and I'm an interpreter here in Japan. And because I was born and raised here on YouTube, I teach people like you who work with Japanese people go from nervous to natural in Japanese. All right. So let's get started. The goal here is to break the ice. You want to be considered as an insider, right? The immediate response when a Japanese person sees a foreigner is, oh, we probably have a language barrier and I don't want to talk to you, not because you're a bad person, you're probably a good person, but I don't speak English, right? So I would say that over 99, like 95% of Japanese people feel uncomfortable speaking English. Okay, so first off, congratulations, you trying to speak Japanese is a great thing because they don't know how to speak English, right? Japanese people suck at speaking English, right? Unless they live in the US, right? Kind of the reality. Sorry, guys, if there's a bunch of Japanese people watching this who are very fluent, I apologize. But anyways, so the solution to this is to approach them with easy Japanese words, not intelligent words, right? Stop trying to be intelligent. Why? For example, let me give you an example. If my wife, when we first met, came up to me and told me, let's get married, that's kind of creepy, right? It was kind of a college conference, that's how we met. She said, what brought you here? That's a much better question to ask, right? So we don't want to make them scared because remember, you're already an outsider, right? So don't scare them with intelligent words. Use easy Japanese words, all right? So let's get started. The first word that you probably know is arigatou gozaimasu, right? Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you. So using arigatou gozaimasu, I want to teach you, kind of show you two scenarios. So scenario A is when this coworker did something to you. It's a past event. So he or she did something in the past, right? It could be like she did something last week or he did something yesterday, right? In this case, you can call their name. So name, thing they helped you with, and we put no ken, arigatou gozaimasu. Again, name, thing that they did for you, no ken, arigatou gozaimasu. Right, this is about a past, we're talking about past events, right? We're thanking them about what they did, okay? Now, what does this mean? It means about what you did, thank you, literally. So in English, it would be something like, oh, thanks for doing that yesterday. That's what we're saying, okay? So let's make this into a real world example, right? If you want to thank Hikari-san, right? Let's just say that this lady's name is Hikari, about the phone call that she made. You can say, 光さん、電話の件ありがとうございます. You can call her, 光さん、電話の件ありがとうございます. And she'll be like, 全然大丈夫です. And that's how we thank people, right? The second scenario 2 is a future event. So if you want to thank a person in advance, you can say, name the thing they will help you with, and 助かります. It's 助かります. So what does 助かります mean? It means it means a lot to me. That's kind of what it means, right? And by saying this, not only do you make them feel like you're an insider, they're gonna be like, oh, this person actually appreciates what I did. Like, I want to talk to this person more, right? So I'm telling my current client that I'm talking about, I just try to tell her, just say more and they'll start trusting you. Okay, that's what we're doing. So when you say, 光さん、電話 助かります。Hikari-san, 電話助かります. So you're essentially saying, hey, thanks in advance about like that phone call. You're probably, in this situation, Hikari-san's probably going to call someone for you and you can say, 助かります. It means a lot to me. And she'll be like, yeah, it's okay, 大丈夫です. And what you say here is, また教えてください. また教えてください, which means, let me know how it went. This is a great phrase that you can use. また教えてください. Japanese people use this every day in an office situation, all right, office setting. So that's what you can say. And kind of the bonus part that I want to talk about is I promise you that I'll teach you how to ask about their family, right? So after thanking them, you can say, oh, by the way, how's your family? So instead of just ending the conversation there, like, bye, you can say, そういえば, which means by the way, family member, どうですか? So if it's your kid, you can say, そういえば、子供さん、どうですか? そういえば、旦那さん、どうですか? How's your husband? My client actually told me that there's a coworker or employee who takes care of her mother-in-law. You can say, あ、そういえば、お母さん、どうですか? Right? And she'll be like, 大変です, it's difficult, but whatever, right? And without just leaving, you can say, よかったです. よかったです, and that means, oh, thank God. I'm happy to hear that. Okay, that's kind of how these are three situations, right? So I talked about future events, something, so past events, future events, and asking about their family. Okay, and guys, a few things I want to talk about is actions matter more than perfection. So especially with Japanese people, you nailing it doesn't really matter too much. The fact that you offered it means a lot, right? So for example, my boss appreciates or my coworkers in Japan appreciate the fact that even though I didn't need to or they didn't want it, I'm like, hey, I want to talk about something. Let me buy you a coffee. It's like $1 or $2. Just buy them a coffee, right? The fact that, even if they didn't need it, the fact that I offered means a lot. So you don't need to be perfect with these sentences. The action itself means more than, being perfect, right? And also, trust isn't built overnight. You got to be consistent. So especially with Japanese people, if you're talking to them and if you do this once, use these phrases once and stop talking to them tomorrow, it's going to go away. So trust isn't built overnight. You have to be consistent. Talk to them every day, use the same words, and learn from them. After day 3, after doing this for 3 days, they might teach you, or you can ask them what else you can say in specific situations, right? Japanese people value who you are and not what you bring to the table. So even if you're compared to a person who's very good at their job, they prefer people who are good people. I think this is all species, everybody in any country, right? So especially if you're working with Japanese people, be careful about these 3 things that I talked about right now. Use the phrases that I taught you today, and you'll instantly improve your relationships with Japanese coworkers, all right? Anyways, guys, that was Sean reporting from the Nagoya region, and I'll talk to you in our next one. Bye-bye.